everyone. Welcome to the Coach Harry Show. Kendall, Grayson, Coach Harry, and Corey Cunningham with us this week. Thank you very much. Looking forward to another show here at Little Italy. Thanks for having us again. And obviously with the weather, we're here on a Wednesday night instead of last night on Tuesday. So thanks for making that work, everyone. Kind of had a last-minute change with that, but figured it'd be a little bit better for everyone if we did it tonight. So appreciate that.
Beautiful roads in North Carolina that are not. There's no snow on any roads in North Carolina right now. If you go to a parking lot, though, it's empty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But if you're on the road, there's a lot of snow still.
That's it.
But it's okay.
Yeah,
I appreciate everybody coming.
Yeah.
I know it's and be safe going home tonight too, because it gets a little hairy at when it's wet there a little bit. So be careful.
Yeah. And we had to move the game, obviously, too, move that up. So I thought we had a good crowd for that last-minute change as well.
Yeah. No, it was a great crowd. I mean, those things. Saturdays, I think most people, you plan your weekends or you plan whatever, and you know it's going to be at 6 o'clock, and forever it's at 6 o'clock, and then all of a sudden it goes to 2 o'clock. So a lot of things happen. They got kids, you got responsibilities or whatever, and as I said, still had a great crowd and pretty boisterous, especially at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach, we'll get into it as we always do and break down the games one by one. But obviously, a nice win there to end the weekend, and just kind of a crazy game there. But we've seen a lot of Blue Ridge recently. Now we're going to go back to seeing a little bit of Binghamton here this next weekend. What'd you think of the games here this last weekend?
Well, I think on Friday, I think we kind of gave something away there. I didn't mind our game. I think we kind of slipped a little bit at in the third period there, and had a chance with the empty net and things like that. But again, it's we just need to be maybe a little more diligent, a little more to detail, and as I said, but for the most part, I didn't mind our game. As I said, I thought we deserved maybe a little better fate, but again, we didn't get it, and we're going to have to work harder. And then Saturday, obviously, was I told the team after about something always ignites teams to maybe run on a streak or bring guys closer together, or just to have that bond together, and something like what we did on Saturday afternoon. Hopefully that's a lightning rod for us for stuff coming down the pike here, and hopefully that is going to springboard us to where we want to be.
Corey, you've had over 100 games in this league. Obviously, first few games here the last couple of weekends with the Thunderbirds. What's it like so far? Are you enjoying it?
So far, so good. Amazing crowd. Good opportunity, good coach. Pretty great so far.
He's not getting any more
pretty
ice
happy.
He's not getting any more.
Happy.
I like his answer, but he's not getting any more ice time.
Yeah.
Way to start off. Last time I heard a comment like that, Peter Panacek was here. So.
All right, well, that'll do it for our opening segment here. We'll talk about the games in more depth coming up for the weekend. We'll recap those. We'll take fan questions later. We'll preview the games against Binghamton, all that on the way. But we'll take our first break here and be right back. Thank you. When you're craving that slow smoke flavor done right here in Winston-Salem, there's only one place to go, Honky Tonk Smokehouse. From tendered pulled pork and fall-off-the-bone ribs to fresh house-made sides, Honky Tonk has it all. Not a meat lover? They've got delicious vegan options too. And when it's time to party, let Honky Tonk Smokehouse handle the catering and event planning. They'll bring the flavor to you. Stop by 145 Jonestown Road and taste why the locals here can't get enough. Honky Tonk Smokehouse.
What are you doing, bub?
Just fixing my chair.
You should call Contract Business Solutions.
Good idea. I'll give them a call.
Proudly serving the Piedmont Triad area for over 17 years, Contract Business Solutions partners with leading manufacturers to create innovative, budget-friendly workspaces. From design and layout to delivery and installation, explore our capabilities at cbsworkspaces.com. Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate around Winston-Salem and the Triad? Meet Jennifer Sapp, your trusted local realtor. With nearly 30 years of deep experience, Jennifer specializes in everything from historic homes and remodels to investment properties, college town housing, and short sales. She's known for honesty, integrity, and making the process as stress-free as possible. Ready to make your move? Call 336-782-3148 or visit jensaprealty.com today.
And hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Coach Harry Show. Kendall, Grayson, Coach Harry, Corey Cunningham with us this week. Coach, as we always do, we'll talk about the games on the weekend in more depth here, and we'll get to Friday's game. I know you touched on it there at the opening, but you get a goal there to start the game to go up 1-0. It's Joe Kennedy who came back in the lineup, was just here for the weekend, just like he was a few weekends ago. So I'm sure that was nice to not only see him back in the lineup, he scores for you and gives your team some juice there on the road Friday night.
Well, we've talked about him many times about he's a wily veteran, and he knows how to play, and he's probably not in the shape that he would like to be, but he still knows how to play the game, and he's smart, and he does a lot of good things, and he has a bit of a reputation, and as I said, I think he just, the way he plays, and he's all heart, and whenever I can pick him up, it's always a great thing, because first of all, he's a great person, but again, he's a heck of a hockey player, and he plays well for us. So whenever we can bring him in, as I said, I still think he's got the, he's not that old. He's still got the bug to play. He's not quite given up the whole retirement yet. He is, but he isn't. So he likes to. Whenever I give him a call, it didn't take much to convince him to come back and play.
Yeah, no, he's been good. So you guys get the goal from him. Blue Ridge gets a goal back, so it's 1-1 there after one. There's no goals in the second period in Friday's game. We'll get to it a little bit later, but, it turns out Saturday night you have a very similar situation towards the end of the game as you did Friday night. Right. You got a different result, which was good. But, what are you thinking there after the second period, going in there tied up going into the third?
Well, we knew it was going to be a barn burner. We knew, anytime we play them, even if you're up by 2 goals or down by 2 goals, it's a 60-minute game, and anything can happen, and so we knew it was going to be like that, and if you didn't, then you weren't there for the right, or you weren't thinking the right way, and so I knew it was going to be like that, and so we just had to go into the third period, and whenever you go into the third period tied or close, you set yourself up to try to be successful. So that's your goal, like to get to that third period, and so you have a chance to be successful. So 1-1 going into the game like that, I was happy at that time.
Corey, we've seen a lot of Blue Ridge here lately, and you get on the board there with a goal in the third period. Obviously, we've seen a ton of the Bobcats here in the last few weeks, and since you've kind of been with us over the last month or so. But that's obviously a big goal at that point to get on the board in the third period after they had just made it 3-1 of the power play. Offensively, that one was assisted by Kramer and Whitey, and obviously Kramer goes on to be a big part of the story there Saturday night. What's it been like so far with the guys you've been playing with? You get that goal in the third period, and how's that been?
It's been fun. It's a different play style than kind of what I've had in the past, and I think it's for the betterment of the team, like for the better for those two guys too, and for me. I got to figure out how they play, how they work away from the puck, what kind of spots they're going to be, and kind of the rotation, triangle, pyramid, how they're going to be open, and when to give them the puck and when kind of to protect it, hold on to it, and wait till they're open, then slide it. Whitey's an amazing finisher. Same with Kramer. Both very.
When he hits the net.
Yeah, when Whitey, both of them, they both need to hit the net more. But both amazing players. Very fun to play with. I think everybody on this team is fast and skilled. Anybody can play with anybody, but
see, he makes a great point there, and we've talked about this before. You put 3 skilled guys together, and everyone thinks it's just going to click, and it doesn't always just click. And you made a great point there about when Whitey has the puck and he's coming down the wing or something like that. Where does he want me, or where should I be, or where should Kramer be? And sometimes it takes time. And as I said, everybody, you just don't throw 3 guys out there and it's going to click all the time. And especially when they're skilled guys because knowing these three guys, they all want the puck. And from the last time I heard, there's only one puck on the ice. So and so they have to use each other, and so it's a different game for them. You look at other guys that we play with, like Boots. Boots likes to dish the puck more. So sometimes he might even be easier to play with than guys who want the puck. So you have to figure out what those guys want and how they're going to click and what they do at certain times. So it's not as easy as everybody thinks.
So the goal goes in there 3-2. You end up.
It was a heck of a goal.
It was a great goal. Yeah,
it was
very
those,
pretty play.
Like when you watch play,
Nice.
when you see that, like it's pretty impressive. Like I'm not trying to take away from the goal, but all you had to do was
Tap it in, back door. Just stand there, just tap it in.
But you know what? There's three things. There was one pass, two passes, but then you have to be in that position to get there. Like a lot of people think, oh, it's just an easy, someone even said I could have scored that, which I don't know about that. I might have missed it. But my point is, you have to get there. So and that's a skill to get to that position. And as I said, 1, 2, 3 passes. The next thing you know, it looked easy, but it's not as easy as you think.
Yeah, no, and that's a good point. What the goals get scored over the weekend. I don't know if I can sit here and recall every single one of them all the time, but like that one, absolutely. Like that was one of the prettiest plays of the weekend. Kramer ends up scoring sort of a similar goal there for the overtime winner on Saturday, where he's just wide open. Whitey gives him a feed, but really nice play there.
Since Mr. Panicek is actually in the crowd tonight, and the last time I saw goals like that, I put the 3 checks together from last year, and I always remember a time where one night they scored a goal, one of those goals where it went bingo, bango, bongo, and I'm sitting there thinking that we had a wide open shot to shoot, and he didn't shoot, and they made a pass and then went into the empty net just like that one there. And I told, when they came back, I said, thank God you scored, because I was going to kill you if you didn't, because they had like 3 chances to shoot, but they made all these passes. So that's the skill of the game. That's what's so fun about watching the game, when you see guys with that type of skill and do that. So, but it's nice to see sometimes guys shoot sometimes.
So, Coach, pretty play there. Obviously, there in the third. It's a 1-goal game. You give up the empty netter there in the loss. Anything else you take away from the game on Friday specifically?
Well, again, last year, the year before, we've probably had, I guess, more luck. We've talked about it. More luck. When we do pull the goalie, and I'd like to say we haven't got our chances when we pull the goalie, and we have, and you alluded to maybe hitting the net sometimes when we get those opportunities, and because apparently, I guess if you hit the net, it goes in the net. I guess that's what I've been told. So, but those are things that we haven't done as well as in the last couple of years, as this year as we have the last couple of years. And Saturday, a little different story. And so, as I said, sometimes they go in spurts, and sometimes maybe that's the lightning rod that we need here. So, yeah, a little disappointing, because I said I thought we put a push on there, but just not enough.
And we'll talk about Saturday's game coming up after the break, but obviously you get the result there, really good story, and a good performance on Saturday to end the weekend. So that'll do it for this segment. In the Friday night recap, we'll take a break, come back and talk about Saturday's game. Thank you.
2 pillows, endless possibilities. At Cotton & Crate, we make it easy to refresh your home season after season. Our 18x18 and 12x20 pillow sizes pair perfectly with our seasonal collections of interchangeable covers, so you can refresh your style anytime without cluttering up your closet. We're proud to team up with the Twin City Thunderbirds, celebrating hometown spirit and the comfort of home on and off the ice. Thunderbirds fans, enjoy $5 off your order at cottonandcrate.com with the code TBIRDS5OFF. Cotton & Crate, 2 pillows, endless possibilities.
Quinn Services has been serving North Carolina for over 50 years, ensuring the safety and comfort of our customers' homes. We take pride in bringing together the best electricians, plumbers, and heating and cooling technicians to bring convenience and unbeatable value to our customers. Life can be hectic. What better way to simplify than to have one company you trust to take care of all of your home's repair needs? Since 1972, integrity and customer satisfaction have been at the heart of everything we do. We are proud to have built a name our neighbors trust, one that provides peace of mind and a service that can be relied on, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Thank you for trusting Gwynn Services with your home. We are proud to stand behind the work we do every single day to serve our friends and neighbors here in North Carolina. We are Gwyn Services. One call does it all.
Being your best is hard. You gotta take care of yourself. You got your husband.
Let's put in a pool. For the kids.
For the kids. Forget the car. How about a motorcycle?
And if you own a business?
We need servers from, like, this century.
Yeah.
At a Legacy Federal Credit Union, we're committed to helping you be your best you. Whether it's with an unbeatable car loan rate, home equity line of credit, or small business help.
Who's the best?
Visit alegacy.org for our best rates.
And hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Coach Harry Show. Kendall, Grayson, Coach Harry, Corey Cunningham with us. Coach, we just talked about the opening game there on the weekend on the road against Blue Ridge, and just a very memorable game, I think, for a lot of reasons. Coming home on Saturday night, no goals in the first period. Blue Ridge gets out to a 2-0 lead, and then the third period, obviously, that's where the story was Saturday night. Third period in the overtime, and you get some goals and a lot of action in a lot of different ways on that third period, in the third period. So, Coach, just take us back to kind of the opening of the game, scoreless through the first period, and you eventually fall behind and get it going there in the right direction, in the third.
Well, I think just, obviously I hope everybody liked the red jerseys.
Yep.
Something different, a little different. I hope everyone liked the red jerseys. And, it was weird for me. Like, all of a sudden, I do everything normally the same way all the time and at different same times and things like that. So it was like it was a little weird being at the rink so early and getting ready for a game. But I kind of liked it after I was home before the storm hit. So it was good that way. But no, the first period was the kind of the way I thought it was going to be. And as I said, I didn't mind it. I liked, obviously we could have, you'd like to score and get the ball rolling there. But I liked it. I didn't mind the first period. And when, again, we talk about it many times about playing that team there. I think everyone's kind of feeling out each other. I think both goalies played well. And as I said, there was an opportunity for us to get a couple goals, but we didn't. And as I said, going into the first period, I was happy.
Yep. So they get a couple there in the second period. They get 3 goals on the night. 2 of them are on the power play, and the first one's in the second period. They get an even strength goal. In the final minute of the second period, looked like you're going to head to the locker room there 1-0. So, what'd you see there on those 2 scoring plays that put you down at that point?
Well, we made a bad play on the one on the first goal there, the power play goal, and we've as a group we've got to be stronger. We can't give up those type of goals, and we talk about it all the time. This is the time of year. All our games we've played 32 now, 32 games, and or 31 games, and I think we've played 31 playoff games. I don't know if there's been ever a game we've talked at length about it that we've played 31 games so far. That every game has been like close, and so. We got to eliminate those situations and those type of plays where, as I said, we've got to eliminate those. And as I said, but the best thing about the weekend is that we bounced back from it. So, and then they scored again, made it 2-0. And I said at the end of the second period, when you're in that situation, you just got to go for broke, and you got to put the cards on the table, and you got to walk out of the room and being able to hold your head high and say, I gave everything I had, and I know it wasn't enough, but if you don't give everything you have, it should be a long night before you go to sleep. And as I said, the guys responded really well and came back, and I was proud.
So then, again, the third period, that's, huge talking point for so many different reasons we can talk about it. But you get the first goal there with Whitey, and I think that really got the ball rolling in the right direction. And you didn't have to sit around and wait and go, oh, gosh, we're down by it. It was pretty quick. It's pretty quick. 2-1 game there with Ford and Connor Craig assisting. Again, 2-1 game there. What's the game plan at that point?
Well, you need one. Like everybody wants, you're down by 2 or whatever. Well, we need 2 goals. No, you don't need 2 goals because you can't get 2 until you get 1. Get 1, and then we'll figure it out. And a lot of times when you get 1 goal, the other team all of a sudden, starts to get a little tighter. They make a pass that they shouldn't make. So that's your goal is to try to put them on their heels a little bit. And Whitey put that one in there, and I think that kind of put them on their heels just a little bit. And we took advantage of it. And so, as I said, that's what when you're trying to do those things, get 1, and then hopefully you can get the second one.
So it's 2-1 at that point, and we saw a fight with Caleb Melanson. He was new to the lineup on the weekend there. I know that he dressed on Friday night, but I don't think he took a shift. And I think he had taken one earlier on the Saturday night game, but comes out, and it's a big fight there with him and Erickson. I don't think Erickson wanted much part of it, and because of that, it was a 5-minute penalty and major power play and everything like that. So what'd you think about that sequence? And then, they get the major, and then they end up scoring 1, but,
Well, we talk about that quite a bit here. Like, there's a time and place to do it. And we have a type of team. I think we're pretty team tough. We're not overly tough, but in those situations, Mikey, he got hit there, and probably wasn't. I guess the best way was it. The guy kind of took a liberty on him, and Caleb came in this weekend, and the last time we played this team here, they tried to take some liberties with us, and we replied. And everybody, it's kind of funny. I don't get on a lot of different social or whatever, or people tell me all these different things, and it's kind of ironic that the weekend before that, all these things that were happening on the other foot, it was okay, and then all of a sudden, whenever we respond, then it's not okay, and we responded, and that's the best thing about a team is when a guy wants to respond for a teammate, and he responded, and I give him a lot of credit. It's to come in and do what he does. I give the kid a lot of credit. That's not always an easy thing. He sat for a long time, and I got him out there. It was tough to get him out on Friday night, but Saturday I got him out, and as I said, I think he gave us that spark, and I think the crowd kind of enjoyed it too. And then here's the other thing. Yeah. It's a situation where I think that like it's time to stand. When it's time to stand up, then you stand up, and we stood up. And as I said, the one issue I think a lot of people around in other cities and things like that is when we do stand up, it's like, well, what are they standing up for? Well, we're standing up for ourselves. And so it's just, we're not that type of team all the time. But when we do stand up, it's all of a sudden, well, wow, that's pretty good. Last year, Athens tried to come in here and they tried to stand up, and Joe Kennedy beat the guy. And so it just always sounds like, well, geez, what's Joe doing? Or what's, Caleb doing the other night? Well, we're standing up for ourselves, and so it's just a little out of our character all the time. But when we have to do it, we'll do it. And as I said, I'm proud of him. And as I said, it kind of gave us a little bit. As I said, the Whitey goal, and then that we had a 5-minute power play. They scored on the power play. But as I said, I think the guys were excited about it.
Yeah. I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah. I was pretty fired up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I said, and that's what teams do, and you stand up for other guys, and as I said, like that, here's Mikey, he's not that big of a guy, but you don't have to rub his head into the boards like it happened, and that's the one thing about pro hockey or even junior hockey is it polices itself. And in those situations when those guys with the striped shirts don't maybe police it as well as you would like, then it's our job to police it, and it's been like that since hockey started. You police itself, and as I said, we policed it the other night, and as I said, I liked it.
Yeah, I don't think you could script any better that he sort of traded off with Mania going right. Mikey's coming back out, he's got to go off, and that was just a perfect kind of poetic thing. I thought that happened.
It was was like the movie Twins when the one guy's so big and the other guy's so small there. So it was like that's what we should start calling them, twins.
So that was a good one. And then I mentioned the 5-minute major, and again like credit to your group. That's a moment where maybe the game starts to turn if they get 2 or 3 on that major. But you had a lot of it killed off. I think they score with maybe a minute and a half left on the penalty, and then not much time to score after that. So I thought that was a good job of your penalty killers. It says here that you give up a power play goal, but when you talk about it situationally, like that was a big moment.
No, they did a great job. We tried to rotate a lot of guys quickly, but no, I thought we did a great job, and as I said, I think it actually even gave us momentum too. The goal was after 5 minutes, they had some chances, but for the most part, there wasn't a whole lot of chances.
Right.
So I think that kind of gave us some momentum, and when you kill a penalty like that, sometimes it's or get close to it, it's a lot of times it's a boost for you.
And so then we go into the final 4 minutes of the game here. You're down by 2. Kramer gets the first of what would end up being 2 on the night from Ford and Igor. I see Igor's name here, and that's a player that we haven't talked a ton about, but he's been pretty new here in the last couple of weeks. And what have you seen from him so far?
Well, he's the kind of guy that I think, coming from different systems and coming from, I think he's one of those types of guys. I'm trying to get him to relax. You know what I mean? I might bring him at the center ice and start giving him one of these. Like, he's got to relax a little bit. He wants to do so well that he's just. When he starts to get more, and the more he plays, the better he is. Yeah, he's starting to. Like every game, I'm seeing more and more out of him. And a lot of times you come in, Corey can probably tell you too. Like you go from one team to another, and you want to play so well that sometimes you're too tense.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so instead of just coming and relaxing, obviously I think it's common knowledge now. I think a lot of people, even though it might not be out there, we got a couple new guys in the last couple of days here. So, and I told them today, just relax and have fun and play the game and do your best. We don't need you to be Superman or you to do this or you to do that. If you come in and play your best, you're going to help us, and that's all we ask. And if 18 guys do their best, we're going to be in good shape. They don't need to do something extravagant, and as I said, but I like the character. Corey came in, wanted to do everything too, and I like the character of that you want to help out so much, show your teammates that you care and you want to play well, but sometimes it takes you a little while to relax and just do your job.
Sure. So 3-2 at that point, and then you pull Boris, and it's something that you just mentioned there, going back to Friday.
We scored a goal with the goalie coach. Oh, okay, that's good. Yay!
So you get one there, and again, you hadn't had the luck, and then you tip in from him on a shot from LaBelle. Whitey gets an assist on the play, and it's a 3-3 game, and. Again, it's not a position you want to be in, but when you call that timeout, you're over on the bench, and maybe it changes situationally. But I know a lot of the fans will see you kind of come up to the bench. You got the whiteboard out. What are you looking for in that situation?
Well, you're trying to get the one guy to take a good shot. Hopefully you can win the draw. If you don't win the draw, you put certain guys in position that they have to forecheck, and we need the puck. We got to outman them, and you got some of the guys, maybe skilled guys that it just depends on the night. Sometimes you take one night there, I put a guy out there, and I think all the guys were like looking at me, and I just kind of had a hunch, you know what I mean? And sometimes you got to go on that, or some guy that maybe doesn't score a whole lot, he's got one and he looks like he's had 2 or 3 chances, maybe give him a chance. So, but most of the time you like your skilled guys up top who, we can, if we win the draw, get a good shot or make 1 or 2 passes and get an opportunity. And then, as I said, a lot of times I put Sally or Keeley or Boots or Schnappy up top there, or up front there to, if we need to go to crash the net, then they got to crash the net. So this time it worked out, and as I said, hopefully those are good signs to come.
I'll ask you another kind of strategic question. We go to the 3-on-3 contest in the overtime, and not something that you see every weekend. Pretty rare, but you do see it a few times throughout the season. So, this one works out. You outshoot them 2-0 in the overtime. Kramer gets that big goal. Same kind of question. What are you thinking when you put those 3 guys out there and we get going for the overtime?
Well, you try to put 2 forwards or like last year, I had 3 forwards out there, and because one was Pastuca, and I could put him play. He could play back. So you try to get 2 guys that are playing together. I forget I'm not sure who you were playing with.
With Nate.
With Nate there, you know what I mean. And so you get some speed, you get skill, you get a lot of things and like that, and then the defenseman who maybe can push the puck with them too. So and we play 3-on-3 a lot. Not full ice, but we play 3-on-3. Well, the other day full ice, a little tired, but that's okay.
We needed it. We needed it.
But no, I think you try to get those combinations. You try not to be tired, and so we try to roll 3 sets of guys and go. And as I said, we had some great opportunities, and finally we scored.
Yeah. So Kramer gets the goal, second one of the night, his second overtime game winner this season, and just really good reaction from him. I thought, just kind of almost like a weight had been lifted that he scored that goal there, and you guys get the overtime win. So you get 2 points of the possible 3 when you go into it. But anything else you want to say about that game? From my vantage point, it looked like again that's a tough hockey game to go win, and credit to your guys to go out there and do that.
Well, there was no quit, and the way they responded in the third period, and as you say, like when you get that 5-minute power play or penalty kill there, even though you're that situation, even though you would hope that it would ignite you with the Whitey scoring, and then obviously the fisticuffs there, you would hope that would ignite you, but then you got 5 minutes to kind of relax and settle down. But the boys were still pumped, they were still going, and as I said, I asked them to put everything on the table, and they put everything on the table. So I'm proud of the guys, and as I said, I can't say it enough. Hopefully that's something that they can grab onto, and sometimes you have to grab onto something to keep going as a group, and maybe that's what we needed there the other night.
Corey, able to celebrate the win there on home ice, and you've played for a few different teams in the league, Monroe and Danbury, and what's it been like? I know I kind of asked you a similar question early on, but it's always I'd imagine a great feeling to celebrate a win with the fans on home ice after a long weekend, and I thought a very much deserved come from behind win.
Absolutely. I like how we all go to center ice. Yeah. We do a lap, tapping the sticks. Good crowd. People are all smiling after the games. It's nice to see, 2,000 people watching a minor pro hockey game. That's pretty cool. He's cheering my name, cheering our team on. That's special. It's very special. Yeah. So Monroe, Danbury, 2 great places to play as well. One really big market, one kind of smaller. This is kind of like in the middle, but this is the South. I love the South. I love the weather. Granted, it's not very nice right now.
Did you bring this here?
I might have. Maybe I did. The curse. The curse.
Coach, you said it though, boisterous crowd for it to be again weather impending was on the way. We had the change and everything else, play in the afternoon, and still I thought a really good crowd.
Well, I give the fans a lot of credit. They number 39 went out there the other day, and I don't even think he'd hit the blue line yet, and I'm sitting there going, looking around going, oh boy, okay, I think everyone knows, and that's great that they know the game, and they could feel something was going to happen, and it did. And as I said, I think the crowd really enjoyed the last few minutes of the game, and as I said, that's why you're there. It's entertainment, and I think they really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Before we go here for our next break, and then we'll have the fan questions on the other side. Anything else you'd like to say about either Saturday night or the weekend to put a bow on?
Just one of those weekends, and we got another big one coming up. Our schedule, coming down the pike here is if you look at it, it's I'm not sure the word is there. Maybe we got a lot of 3-and-3s and a lot of travel, and that's what it's like here. We have those college tournaments coming up, and so we have to get out. But as I said, that's the hand we're dealt, and we're going to play. We might only have a pair of 2s, but we're going to act like we got a pair of aces, and that's what we're going to do. And we're going to go. We're going to put our best foot forward, and if the coach has to bluff a little bit, we'll bluff a little bit. And as I said, we're going to try and get that honeypot at the end of the night.
Yeah. All right, well, that'll do it for our weekend recap for both the Friday and the Saturday game. We'll take a break. We'll come back and answer some fan questions. Thank you.
I want to stop losing sleep over this. I want to know that surgery is the right decision. I want to protect what I've built. I want a plan designed just for me. I want to know that I'm in excellent hands. I want the latest and greatest. I want to continue to grow, no matter what life throws my way.
For the best surgical care, you want Novant. Novant Health. Best surgeons, amazing nurses, remarkable care.
Maple Chase Golf and Country Club offers the best in recreational amenities in the Triad. Come enjoy a meal at the Pine Brook Bar and Grill, relax by our pool and cabana, and gear up at the Pro Shop while sharpening your skills on our 9,000 square foot putting green and play around on our 18-hole Ellis Maples Design Championship Golf Course. You can find out more at maplechasecc.com. That's maplechasecc.com.
And hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Coach Harry Show. Thank you. All right, time to answer some fan questions. We've got a lot of them tonight, so we'll get through these as quick as we can. But certainly appreciate all the questions here. We do have a lot of them. First one, Corey. This one just says, "Why do you warm up on the ice the way that you do?"
Just to get my head in the right space. I want to warm up all my muscles. I want to get everything going. It's just a routine. It's something that I've worked on my whole life at. I take pride in pregame warm-up. I was told that probably when I was 12 years old that scouts came to the games, they'd watch your warm-ups, first period, second period. So I kind of live by, hey, get yourself ready in the warm-ups. I give almost like 95%. I'm out there buzzing. I'm sweating when I come off for warm-ups. I'm ready to go.
I'm going to have to watch warm-up.
Yeah.
I got to see this. This could be good. I always watch the other team, so I'm not sure, but I'm going to have to watch this now. I'm going to have to get the eagle eye out and watch this.
You never know.
I'm the same way. I typically focus more on the other team than I am our guys. This is a question we get pretty often here on the show. If you weren't playing hockey, what would you be doing?
Some sort of sport. Maybe a baseball player. I love baseball. Maybe a trade job too. A lot of my buddies are in the trades back home. Welding, electricians, big heavy jobs. They're making 6 figures a year though, like good money. But I don't know if I want to do that. There's always time for that, I can do this and then maybe do that in a few years. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
What got you into hockey?
My dad. Yeah, my dad wanted me to be a NHL player since I was a little boy. Yeah, I was on skates before I was in shoes, basically. Yeah.
Cool.
A typical Canadian family.
That's it.
Yeah.
A typical Canadian family.
That's it.
Dad played, right?
No, Dad was pretty low income.
Okay.
Road hockey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
but still, you played the game, and once you're
Fell in love with
could
it.
do it. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, fell in love with the game.
Good. Coach, this one's for you. Fan out there wants to know what happened to the bus last weekend.
I could go into a long story, but it didn't run. So that's and you know what? We always leave early, and I know sometimes we get to the game. Sometimes it's like, well, geez, we're here awful early, but it's just something. I'd rather get there a little early than late. And as I said, it just I think it's the alternator. That's what it was. It was the alternator. So and I think anybody who knows cars, and I'm not. Trust me, I don't know anything. All I know is it kind of masked when we thought it was the battery, and it wasn't the battery, and then it was next thing you know, it was the alternator. So I've learned more about buses than cars right now since I've been coaching. So if you want a bus question, just ask me later. But I hope I can help you.
Yeah. Well, no, that's a good point you bring up because that's something that you do, deal with here, just the operations and the travel and all of that. So I know I get questions from fans all the time about, when are you leaving for a trip and, where are you staying and how long is it and this and that. But that's something that is very much in your world here.
Well, it's just, like tomorrow we got, we got practice, and then we got 3 tee times tomorrow. We're not sure what time we're leaving or who's driving or what bus we're taking. So we're just we're sitting on the first tee waiting to see what happens. So we'll find out hopefully in the morning.
Yeah, Corey, this one's for you. Have you ever had any dental work due to hockey?
Yeah, front tooth last year. Just halfway chipped down the side, just a high stick. But other than that, all good.
7, just 7.
Okay. Okay. The follow-up question here is who on the team has had the most dental work done due to hockey?
I got a hunch the coach has.
Yeah, that's probably coach.
See, most of the guys now, like up until probably like junior, you have to wear a mask.
Yeah,
and then if you are a cage, and so they don't wear them. And I think I lost two of them when I was 12, and then my last year playing, I lost 7 at one time. So, but yeah, so no, it just the game has changed a little bit, and a lot of guys wear mouth guards now, and as I said, a lot of it has to do with concussions too. They help with concussions. So. You don't want the concussion, but again, if you can wear a mouth guard and keep the teeth going, you're in good shape.
Sort of a similar question here too. What's the league's rule when it comes to drawing blood on a penalty? I know that there's some rules that are the same here as they are in the NHL and IIHF and such like that. So can you explain kind of the minor, the double minor, and how it works here?
Even if you accidentally high stick someone and you're going to get 2 minutes, but if you cut them, it's going to be 4 minutes, and that's what it should be. When you draw blood, I think you've seen probably on TV or even guys, they race up to the referee and they're going like this and they're squeezing their lip. Hopefully it can bleed a little bit more. So, but the other day there, with Mikey there, I'm not sure. They gave us an explanation, and I'm not quite sure what it meant, but we didn't get the call, and a little upset about it, and probably that's one of the reasons that things ensued after that.
Okay, that's fair enough. And you speaking of things that ensue, I'll just throw this one out here. It says, "Does Blue Ridge need to change their name from the Bobcats to the Turtles?" That's. I'll let everyone laugh at that, and whoever.
We'll just let that one go.
That's all good. It's on the sheets. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna read it off here. I'll take credit for that one if I have to. This question says, Corey, who are you the closest on the team with?
Mr. Mania, Mikey.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, Mikey's my boy. We do pretty much everything together. We're carpooling buddies, and even Farmer too. Tight knit group in the White House there. We get on the video games together. We go to the gym together. Everything together. It's pretty cool. But everybody and everybody next door, we all do stuff together. We did poker night last night. Kramer came over from other house. 6 of us guys in the other house.
Does Kramer's wife know that he was playing poker?
He won, so
okay.
I don't think she'd be mad.
Now I know why he was happy today.
Yeah.
He was in a pretty good mood today.
He
That's
was in
good.
a good mood.
Okay, now we know why. Similar question. Who do you play with on the team when you're out there? Who's your line mates typically been so far this season?
I've played with everybody. Whitey and Kramer for the most part, and
you started off with 40.
Yeah, played out with 40. And Pesty.
And Pesty.
Sally was never healthy until the most recent.
Right.
We put him with Gus.
So he's bounced around a little bit and has done a good job.
Yeah, for sure. Not easy.
It's fun to play with everybody.
Yeah, that's good.
Don't matter to me.
Good question here. It says, who would get scared in a haunted house on the team?
Probably Mikey.
Mikey?
Or me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty jumpy.
Have you considered a rapping career like Farmer? This question wants to know.
Absolutely
I haven't
not.
either. So
the last guy that's ever gonna rap, I think.
Okay. Coach, this question says, will number 39 be back? What's the latest?
Well, he's not going to be back right now. He's got 2-game suspension, but he's not back right now. But there's a good chance that the number 39 will reappear sometime during the season here. And as I said, I think he's looking forward to it. He's a great kid. When I say kid, he's probably 30 years old, but he's a great person. The guys loved him, and as I said, he just when you see a guy who comes in and all he wants to do is be part of the team, it's pretty cool. Last year we brought a guy in. I think it was actually near the end of the year there. We won a game, and he was in the dressing room. We thought we'd won the Stanley Cup. He was so excited, and it's great to see that. You know what I mean? Those are great things. And as I said, he just had a blast here. So as I said, good for him.
This next question wants to know about the defense, specifically, what's it looking like here over the next couple of weekends? And I know that we've had some movement on that side of the ice as well recently. So can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Well, Mr. Hanley's back, he got back, and we picked up Mr. Garcia from Athens yesterday, so he's in town right now. So Farmer's still on the shelf. He'll come back after we have the break there. So right now we have 7 guys, and as I said, I like them. And as I said, we just have to try to get guys together who can play together, and sometimes that's not always easy, as I said. So that's probably my biggest goal right now, is to try and get who can play with who and be the best pairing. And as I said, and then Farmer will come back and things will change again. So it'll be interesting down the stretch here of how I'm going to orchestrate that one.
Yeah. Next question. This is, someone wants to know here about just kind of the appeal process, and is there anything you can do when anything happens out there, but specifically they want to know about the hit with Michael, and is there anything that you can kind of
you can appeal it. I send in the tape, and there one player there who threw the stick against the glass got a game or 2. I think he got one game. I think he got one game, and you can send stuff in, and the guy who's actually the head of referees. Him and I broke in together. That's how long ago I know this guy, and we're pretty good friends. So he when I call him, usually he knows that. And I don't try to call him all the time. When I call him, I want to make sure that it's worthy of it. And as I said, I knew that play with Mikey there probably wasn't going to get changed, and especially after what happened after that. So it's a situation where, as I said, you got to pick your battles, and as I said, that's what happened there.
Sure. The last 2 here for Corey. This one says, "What's your favorite thing to do in Winston-Salem?"
I haven't even done anything yet. I feel like I kind of just got here. I'm settling in. I go to the PT guy lots once a week. Kind of made myself at home there. Just being with the guys. I haven't even been bowling yet. Like, I love bowling. We went to the movies. Movies are good. Reclining seats. Oh. Don't have those back home. That's sweet. Yeah.
It's like a whole new world for you.
I know. I've seen 2 movies so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And then this one just says, how different is it playing here versus the other places that you've been?
Monroe's tough to beat. That's a good crowd down there. They pack that place. Brand new market for sure. Yeah. Carolina, great fans, great people. I think everybody here wants us to do the best. They're here to help. It's such an amazing atmosphere. Danbury, lived in a hotel my first year, and it was my rookie year. I didn't really care what it was about. I just wanted to step out on the sheet, and that's still what it's about, and building a family, and I got that here, so it's special.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, that's all I've got here for our questions. So we'll take one last break and come back and preview the next games coming up this week. Thank you.
Awesome.
Flow Offer to Purchase makes it easy for you to generate an appraisal for a vehicle online in under 5 minutes. You can confidently use Flow Offer to Purchase to determine your vehicle's trade-in value or to get a real offer to sell it to us. Here at Flow, we've always had a transparent, interactive appraisal process that our customers love. We developed our Flow Offer to Purchase tool to offer you that same great experience online or through our Flow Garage app anytime, anywhere. Using Flow Offer to Purchase is simple. Either enter your license plate number or VIN, and the system will pull up basic information about your vehicle. Some vehicles have options or extras that need to be selected in order to pull an accurate value. Then just tell us about the current condition of a few things like your tires, dents and scratches, or mechanical issues. From there, a real offer on your vehicle, whether you buy from us or not, is just a click away. Just a heads up, our staff will check over your vehicle to ensure your Flow Offer to Purchase is accurate. Your satisfaction is our priority. Flow Automotive dealerships have processed tens of thousands of vehicles using Flow Offer to Purchase, which has resulted in buying many thousands of cars from customers. Try Flow Offer to Purchase for free today. You can access this tool by clicking Sell Trade on flowauto.com or your dealer site by starting the Sell Trade dialog in the center of the homepage.
Finish strong. Start here. Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist.
When you compete at your best, you need a team that keeps you moving. At Yadkin Physical Therapy, we're proud to be the official physical therapy provider of the Twin City Thunderbirds. From the first evaluation to hands-on treatment, we focus on what matters, reducing pain, restoring mobility, and building confidence. Because performance isn't just about recovering, it's about training smarter, strength, stability, balance, and control. Our therapists tailor every plan to each individual so you can return to the ice, the gym, or the job feeling stronger. The same level of care we provide the Thunderbirds is here for our whole community. Students, weekend warriors, and families helping you stay healthy and perform at your best. Yadkin Physical Therapy in Yadkinville. Call 336-677-1800 or email ypt@yadkinphysicaltherapy.com.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the Coach Harry Show. Kendall, Grayson, Coach Harry, and Corey Cunningham, who's been a great guest on the program here tonight. Coach, we've got 2 games coming up here against Binghamton on the weekend, and you and I filmed our weekend preview for the broadcast earlier today. But, once again, it's kind of been the same story with Binghamton here the last few times we played them. Really good team. They're at the top of the standings. But, what are you looking forward to here for the next 2 games?
Well, as we talked earlier, when you play a team like that, we've played well against them, but we haven't got the results. I said this today, that we haven't got the results that we want against them. And so, but I like the way we match up. I like the way our lines are starting to come together. We still like to have Pesty back and a Farmer back, but we don't have them. So, but I like our line combinations. Whitey and then Ford with, we got another guy in today, so that combination, and then the other line too there. So right now I'm enjoying it. I think the defense, we'll see how we respond this weekend. But I want to go up there and put our best foot forward, and I think the guys understand, again, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out when you look in the paper, or there's no more newspapers, but when you look on the internet, where we are, and we got a game in hand, but where we're at right now, and every point counts, and so we got to go up there and we got to get some points, and they're still playing well, but again, as I said, I think a lot of when we played them, it seems like we give them opportunities to be successful, and we've got to eliminate that. And if we eliminate that, then we're going to give ourselves a chance. We can't give them 2 goals the first 10 minutes of the game. We've got to make sure we're ready. And as I said, we're gearing up for it. And as I said, we're going to put our best foot forward, and hopefully we can come back with a bunch of points and put ourselves during the break where everybody feels good about themselves and relax. And then the next weekend after that is going to be the big weekend. We got to be not that we're not ready this weekend, but that's going to be even a bigger weekend when you play head to head. So as I said, we got to go up there and get some points.
Yep. Corey, thanks for doing this. It was fun.
Thanks for having me. Been a pleasure.
Yeah. All right, everyone.
He's looking sharp too.
He is looking really good.
Shirt. First time wearing the
There's
shirt.
snow outside, buddy. I got a sweatshirt on. You brought a jacket.
Yeah,
okay, that's cool. He still thinks he's down south or something.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. We'll see
Thanks
you
for
next
coming.
week.
Be safe.
You. Yeah.